for this nation to move forward. One no more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward.
Hello, people. Welcome to the Progressive Mind Show right here at WGHC 98.3 FM. Your voice, your music, your station. We thank God for another beautiful day, the day of the Lord. We have to live and rejoice. We have to live and be good to each other. We have to live and look after each other. Today, we're going to be talking about promoting our businesses. All right, the businesses, promoting our local entrepreneurs in our community, not only in our community but beyond it. I think it's time we start having this conversation. So the Business Promotion Forum is a new one the Progressive Minds team have initiated purposely for what I just told you. Tonight, we'll be talking to elegant, wonderful, brilliant ladies and gentlemen who are doing their own thing. Some have started long ago, some started years back and have made exploits. Others are still upcoming. And I know there are thousands, hundreds of them out in the community. This is just the first of its kind on this show and on this station. And we hope that by the grace and by the power of God, we can take it to greater heights. We can lift it to better places, and so we can touch lives and change our community. So stay tight. We will be having them in the seat in a short moment. But before that, I will go into the sports updates as you are accustomed to on the Progressive Mind Show. And then after that, we'll go for a musical break, come back and continue with tonight's program. In the world of sports, the major European leagues are on break right now. So currently it's just World Cup qualifications. Games are going on in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, and all over. Two games that I want to talk about today. I don't want to talk about the Black Stars, the Ghana national team, which obviously did not make it to the World Cup this year. But I wanted to touch on the English national team, the French national team, and also the Brazilian national team. For some reason, I've taken a very keen interest in these three teams. Also, Belgium. Belgium is also one to watch out for. Obviously, France have already qualified for the World Cup in Russia next year, 2018 Russia World Cup. Unfortunately, almighty Italy could not make it this year. It's very unfortunate. The soccer world is in shock that Italy of all countries could not make it to the World Cup. We'll say, obviously they're not going to give up hope. Pick up the pieces, get ready for another 4 years, and I'm sure the Italian team will be ready. And Germany had a beautiful game with England. It ended 0-0, but then the one person that everybody's talking about is Loftus-Cheek, who is one of the youth, or I'll say one of the folks that graduated from the Chelsea Youth Academy system. He had a great game, and everybody is actually talking about him now, and they are hoping that he can make it back to the Chelsea first team. People are actually asking why did Chelsea let him go to go get Tion Bakayoko, who is not living up to expectation. I guess that has been Chelsea's culture for some time now. They get young players, take them on loan, and then hopefully to give them experience and get them back to the team to perform well. Sometimes the ones who are not able to make it back to Chelsea, they sell them out. And if you are a soccer fan, players like Kevin De Bruyne, who is arguably the best in the Premier League right now, Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku, Mohamed Salah, who plays for Liverpool right now. Lukaku obviously plays for Manchester United. All these guys came from the youth academy team with Chelsea. And for some reason, people are saying Mourinho did not do us any good when he sold those guys. And, that's for history right now. So we're hoping that things, the Chelsea system will keep breeding youthful players and keep giving them the opportunity to show their talent. Okay, that would be it for the sports update. The health and fitness updates, we have not closed on that. We haven't closed on that program, on that segment. The health and fitness update is still very much with the progressive team. We only are working on a few things so that when we come back on track, we will not have any more breaks. So please bear with us. The health and fitness updates would continue, would resume on the Progressive Mind Show. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. In a short time, we'll be talking to our guest here. Chateau is here. Jeff Bedu is here. And what's the name? The third person is she likes to go by the average black girl. But then I'll be giving you her real name in a few minutes. The Progressive Mind Show is on WGHC 98.3 FM. Your voice, your music, your station. We shall be right back.
May not be exposed to education, but surely knows wrong from right. African with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One no war, shedding of blood. On this nation,
it's my time, it's my place, it's my destiny. No one can take away what was meant for me. My granny said, what for you can't be unfeel. No man never see where God plan for you. Yeah, the best is yet to come. If I believe I can, I will. No holding back, no giving in. 'Cause I know I was born to win. Was born to win. I was born to win. I was born to win. I have the heart of a champion. I have the heart of a champion. Through the pain, through the dark night, through the storm, I remain and I strive, I will carry on. Yeah, 7 times fall, 10 times rise. Yes, I open my eyes, and now I see the sun. If I will. No holding back, no giving in. No, 'cause I know I was born to win. I was born to win. I was born to win. I have the heart of a champion. I have the heart of a champion.
Hello, wonderful people. This is the Progressive Mind Show. And it's on WGHC 98.3 FM, your voice, your music, your station. As I said earlier, we are talking about Business Promotion Forum, and this is a new one with the Progressive Minds team. And the purpose of it is to expose and to promote our local businesses. Well, why do I keep calling them local? They're not local. They're international business entrepreneurs here in our community, and it's in the right place that we talk about their stories and we promote what they are doing, so that we can inculcate into our people the culture of patronizing our own, and also promoting and encouraging folks who want to dare to venture into owning their own businesses and so forth. Tonight we have in our seats here beautiful young ladies and a gentleman in the middle. We will always want to start from, I wanted to start with Chateau, but I'm going to start from the extreme right this evening. Please tell us, give us, I know your name is Daniel Mitchell.
Yes.
But you like to go by Average Black Girl.
Correct.
All right. And next to Average Black Girl is Jeff Bedu. He is wearing his T-shirt, which has Jeff Bedu on it. If you're a regular listener to Progressive Minds or the WGHC, you should know Jeff Bedu. He has his own financial talk show here. Now, let's not forget, if you were in downtown in Chicago, if you were in the downtown North Side and West Loop area, you should be getting us clear. If not, you can download WGHC app on the App Store if you're an iPhone user. If you are with Android, just go into your store, download TuneIn app, and then search for WGHC. Alternatively, you can call 563-999-3221. That's how you can listen to the show live. You can also search for us on Facebook. Search for Progressive Mind on Facebook. Like the page. You can watch us live. Share the feed so your friends and our friends can benefit and contribute towards the program tonight. So next to Daniel, I said Jeff Bedu, and then next to Jeff Bedu is Chateau. But we'll start from Daniel. Please tell us a little bit about your background and what you want listeners to know about you tonight.
Yeah, so I actually went to college with Jeff. We went to the University of Illinois in Champaign, and we're both in the College of Business. My background is marketing and management, and when I graduated, I've worked with a couple brands. I've worked with Coca-Cola for a couple years, worked with L'Oreal, did an internship with them, have worked with Kmart, Sears, Coach Tom Shaw, he's an NFL offseason trainer, and then during my time with Coca-Cola, I decided to start my own business.
Okay.
During that time, I feel that was the best time to do it. So I encourage everybody that is looking to start a business to start one while you are working and or in school full time. There's no need to have unnecessary pressures over you, and then your business can grow organically. So with Average Black Girl, we help people with strategies, procedures, and just getting your idea to finish. So a lot of times I encourage clients, say as you are a CPA, you can do like Jeff and start your business while working full time. There's nothing wrong with that. Or if you want to start with getting your website together, or starting with your maybe a Facebook social media strategy, getting speaking engagements and getting sponsorships. There are ways to get that without having a large following. Like that. Sorry.
Jeff is all right. Jeff, please go ahead, Jeff.
All right. So my name is Jeff Badu, and I'm a licensed certified public accountant. I'm originally from Ghana, born and raised in Ghana. Came to the U.S. when I was 8 years old, and pretty much, made it through the ranks, and went to the U of I with Danielle, like she said. And I was, working at a Big Four public accounting firm a few years ago, and I decided to branch off on my own because that's my mission, that's my goal. I always wanted to become an entrepreneur. And so came about Badu Tax Services, which pretty much, it's a tax firm has clients across the U.S., currently in 24 states. And really the company's mission is to really help people put money back in their pockets that those who don't deserve it are taken away from them. And so that's really the mission of the firm. That's really everything that drives it. I'm really somebody who looks to helping people save money, grow the money, and be prosperous and live that life that they've always wanted.
Okay. We'll come into exactly what your business does and the other businesses that you were involved in. But then one thing that we missed, and I'll have Chateau also tell us that before Chateau goes ahead, you guys all haven't told us about your family life. I mean, you're married? Do you live with your siblings? Okay, Jeff, you first, and then we'll go to Daniel.
So I'm as single as they come. I'm a 25-year-old bachelor.
Okay.
Looking to get married pretty soon one of these years, though.
Are you into any extracurriculum activities like soccer and
I used to play soccer. I kind of retired from sports because my body couldn't keep up.
Okay.
I always got injured. But I watch a lot of movies. I mentor a lot around the community. And I just hang out. Oh, yeah, I'm also a part-time DJ. I do it for fun.
Okay. That's a new one. Average Black Girl, did you want to tell us a little bit about your family life?
I'm single as well, and for me, I basically give my day on Tuesday as my day of service. So I volunteer with the DuSable Museum, and then with the Chicago Urban League, I have office hours where people can book free strategy sessions with me for 1 hour during that time.
Okay. Chateau, we have you.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, so our listeners will get to know who?
My name is Chateau,
Okay.
which is very unusual.
Yes.
People keep asking, ask if it's, but it's Chateau, Chatto.
Okay.
I've been in Chicago. I came here purposely for school, and then I've been in Chicago for almost 30 years now.
30 years, okay.
Yeah, I've been normally in the cosmetology field, an esthetician for the past 26, 27 years after school, and branch into skin and hair care product, which I'm really now my time is mostly consumed with that.
Okay.
Which I do. I have my own line of. I started with cosmetics, but now I have my own line of skin and hair care.
Okay.
Which is somewhere in most of the Whole Food stores now.
Oh, wow.
And
I'll check you out.
Okay.
And Walmart. So I'm now trying to open another one, which is ready to go to the beauty supplies very soon by January 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know your boutique or your hairstylist salon was located
on Oak Street, Oak and
in
Michigan
Gold Coast.
Avenue for 26 years. And I just moved because of my product. I cannot, you can't survive on Oak Street for 3 days. So actually they sold my building. So I moved to Oak and Dearborn.
Okay.
For 3 days a week so that I can concentrate on focus on the products, which I'm very much interested, which my main interest is in now. So,
Chateau, I spoke with you and you told me about how you started and what you do. I've seen some of your products. I have actually spoken to some of the people that have used your products and the review is amazing. First of all, why Chateau? Can you give us a background of Chateau?
How do I put it? I always say my product, I have a logo that I don't sell product, I sell results. I sell results in the sense that I really believe in my product 300%, not even 100%. It works, whether it's for hair or skin.
Right.
And as I said, I do it myself. I manufacture it myself, which I have my manufacturing plant at the West Loop.
West Loop. I was interested in the name Chateau, how it came about. You told me a story of how you were Charlotte
I was Charlotte, and then I used to cry. One of my sisters who was evil was also called Charlotte. So anytime they mentioned it, I started crying.
Yeah, right.
So one day, one of my elder sisters said, okay, let's cut this Charlotte off and call her Chateau. So everybody started, then I started smiling. And then since then, my grandmother, everybody in the house. So I'm that person in Ghana. Most of the time they say Sister Chateau or Auntie. Nobody calls me, use that word. They all call me Chateau, whether young, old, or anything.
Okay.
So
all right.
That's how it came about.
Okay. Now we're going to go into your product and how your business started. What was the inspiration? You shared a beautiful story with me, and I would like our listeners to know how the inspiration to start your hairstyling business, how you even got into cosmetology and everything that you do now. What began what stirred you up?
How do I start and how do I found out when I was in Ghana? Actually, you know how back home, when I was in high school to college, I was very good in art, drawing and art. And the boys usually tease you. They think the art master is giving you, she's a kwapim, so she's giving me some favoritism.
Okay.
So I didn't really consider how good I am. But if it's here, maybe somebody would have pushed me to be very artistic and all that. So I'm very good in drawing and imaginative, images and all that. But I didn't take it seriously until I came here. So I'm very good in, dressing and all that kind when I was young. So when I was in Ghana, I worked in a bookshop for a while after school, which I was very good. I really helped. And then that was my first time coming to Canada. And then when I came to Canada, instead of me using the money to buy things, I bought a small car and some shampoo and other things. And I went back home.
Okay.
And I opened a shop, and I think one day this white guy from American Embassy came to cut his hair, and I didn't know how to cut it, and I was very disappointed. And he gave me $5 then anyway. So I was like, damn, what did I do? So that was what inspired me to do what I'm doing now. Okay. So I came to school here and all that, to a lot of schooling. So for me to be able to, and then I won the North American Hairstyling Awards. Okay. And I realized that, wow, I cannot live in Evanston if I've won that award. It's
a big deal.
It's a big deal. So I have to get out of Evanston. So I was looking for a spot in Chicago. Then I wind up on Oak Street, which my Jewish landlord was I don't even know how to thank him. That's one thing about Jewish people I really, really admire. If they want to help, they will open their heart and
help you.
So he accepted me because I knew if it had gone through a realtor, there's no way they would have given me an Oak Street to rent.
Okay.
But before then, I was able to sleep in my beauty shop after school for 2 years to save money. Okay. So I put my things in the apartment into a storage, and I slept in the beauty shop for 2 years, and I was able to save $40,000 to go to Oak Street, and that's how I wound up on Oak Street.
Okay, all right.
That's amazing.
That's an amazing story. There's another part to it. The story that energized you or gave you the inspiration to start making your own products. We'll come to that one. But Danielle, if you can tell us what inspired you to start your own. First of all, tell us exactly the name of your organization.
So my company name is melaninbusiness.com, and it's 2 parts. One part is a global Black business directory. We're in 4 different countries. It's free to sign up and free to add a business.
4 different countries.
Right now. And we have like all the Black-owned bank branch locations listed in the United States. And it's just growing. But that is more so of a passion project. I just kind of let that live and it grow organically. And then underneath that, similar to how Coca-Cola has Sprite, there is Average Black Girl. So Average Black Girl is where I make majority of my money. Businesses will then come to me saying, hey, I'm at this level and I want to get to the next level. So I will just basically take what I learned with the big corporations and I'm giving it to smaller businesses, medium-sized businesses. There's nothing new. People just don't know. Being consistent. Coming up with a media kit. What's a capabilities kit? Do you have your minority certifications? All these things can help make a difference of $100,000s going after contracts, but people just don't know about it. So I break it down super easy and let them know. On another part of my business is, I guess, the passion project. So I started my business or the passion when Trayvon Martin was killed because I was living in Orlando, Florida at the time, working for Coca-Cola. And for me, it was just something that forever changed my life. I would at first take time out of the day to sign petitions on change.org. And then I saw that I didn't really like how it worked. It only came something from about it when it went viral. And that's not how justice should be. It shouldn't be just a Meek Mill issue. It should be Joe down the street as well. So I just decided, you know what? I have all these skills. What can I do? So my main focus is I think that Black people globally should get to owning. A lot of people in college specifically, we just want to be the CEO of these major corporations. We want to break these glass ceilings. And although that's great, not everybody can be CEO of the 5 companies that you may make it. So where's all this money and generational wealth going to go? And that's why I push. Do both, but don't not have something that you own that you can pass down. Or if you get fired, a lot of people are I want to say your one paycheck or one I fire you notice from financial ruin. That's a scary thought. And it doesn't have to be that way. Especially in America. Social media is not fair. You can get a lot of customers just by being active on these free tools.
Okay. Oh, very inspiring. We'll come to, I still want to get out from you what, gets you up every day to do what you're doing. We'll come to that.
Okay.
Looks like you spotted a gap and then you obviously capitalized on it.
Yeah.
But, we'll go into the details. Jeff, I'm familiar with your story personally and some of us here, but a lot of people that are listening today who may not necessarily know what you do. So tell us specifically. I know you gave us a brief description of what you do, but if you can just go into specifics, name of your company and the specifics that you want to take for your clients.
Yeah, so the name of my company is Badu Tax Services, and it's a tax firm that specializes in tax preparation, planning, and representation for individuals and businesses. So pretty much the firm has clients, over 300 clients currently across 24 states, looking to expand to about 1,000 clients in all 50 states next year. And, pretty much the company is growing very fast. What inspired me to start the company was I was working at a Big 4 public accounting firm. Didn't really like it too much. I was working on a business plan for 6 years before I started it. and I was, bringing in clients every year. New clients came in, and all of a sudden it just became this big company that I couldn't stay at the company I was working at anymore. And so really Badu Tax Services it's really a company that it's meant to help people maximize. The mission of the firm is to help people maximize their financial security.
Okay.
And pretty much, so tax preparation, helping people stay compliant. Tax planning is helping to reduce people's fair share of taxes through different strategies, through different planning techniques and things like that. And then tax representation is really a defensive measure against the IRS. Pretty much, if they send you a letter or anything like that, you would pretty much use me as your shield in order to get those problems resolved. And so really, and the firm has a big goal for next year it's called Mission 1M. And pretty much it's to put $1 million back in the pockets of taxpayers next year. So through the different services, like once you calculate everything, at the end of 2018, I should see $1 million in tax savings from everything that I've done.
For you or for your client?
For my clients. Yes.
For how many clients? Like
so
one client?
Total clients. So out of those 1,000 clients that I will attain for 2018,
okay.
I plan to put $1 million back into their pockets.
All right.
Through different strategies, through different, I had a client, for example, I had one client, I literally saved them $100,000 just from using different tax strategies. So that's what I mean by $1 million is that when you accumulate all of it, I want to at least get to $1 million.
If you're listening now and you are, if you are a client to Jeff Badu Tax Services, and he has helped your finances or your business, or he's helped save you some tax monies, call into the show now. The number will be given out in the next 20 or 30 minutes. And you can call in and give your testimony.
Exactly.
I know him personally. I know what he's saying is true. Chateau, we said we're going to go into, tell us how many products you have currently under Chateau.
I'm trying to cut some of it down.
You want to try to cut it down?
I have about 80 products, and I'm ready to cut some of it down.
Okay. So in total, you have 80 products.
What's your website?
Chateau.com.
Okay.
Okay. And the name of your organization will say Chateau
Skin and Hair Care.
Chateau Skin and Hair. Okay. 80 products. You made all these products yourself.
Wow.
Okay.
Every one of it.
Okay. Can you just name 5 of those 80 products that are outstanding or that are most popular out of the 80? Can you name?
I have one which is most popular called Mother and Daughter. Mom and Daughter.
Mom and Daughter. Okay.
I named it. I was driving, and when I have 2 boys.
Okay.
And when I was pregnant, I was praying to God not to give me girls. I said, God, please don't give me a girl. I can't stand it.
Before you continue with that story, actually, the pregnancy is what let's give you the inspiration to start some of these products. Can you tell us how it all began, even before the pregnancy started?
Yeah, because when I came here, I got pregnant and I got a tubal pregnancy. Then when I went to the hospital, actually, they cut me open. One was a Ghanaian doctor. Dr. Ablo was one of the surgeon who did it, the surgery. Then after they cut me, they told me that my fallopian tube and the uterus has melted together. So there's no way on earth they can separate it as they open it. So they closed me up and told me, that's it. There's no way I can have a child.
That was it.
And for the whole week, I was crying on and off as an Black and African. How am I going to live without a child?
Which year was this?
Ozzy was born in 1988, so it's about around 1987.
Okay.
86. So after a week, I told myself, I said, God breathed his spirit within us. So you are who you are. If you believe in yourself,
you have the God factor in you.
You have the God factor in you that there's nothing you cannot do. Yes. And that's the belief I have, that there's nothing you put your mind on, you cannot get it. So after it happened, I told myself, I have to research this myself.
Okay.
So I started reading every health book I can think of. I stopped taking anything with sugar. Up to now, I don't take sugar. If the thing is not sour, I can't even take it.
Wow.
I take tea in the morning with nothing in it. And we come to my second born, Teddy is like me. He go to the outside and pick up dandelion and and grind it. So what I do was I was just taking any herb because my decision was the thing is destroyed already.
Okay.
So I don't lose anything to help it or to
Right.
let it be
There's
what
nothing
it
to lose
is.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's what I did. So I started reading health food books. I started doing this, mixing this and that. Stop any alcohol, wine, pop, Coke, anything with sugar in it. I quit it. And then I started taking all this tea, herbal teas and all that. The surgery was April, Easter Sunday. April, May, June, July, I think August, the thing separated by itself within me. And
So within a span of 6 months?
months, it separated by itself. And I was pregnant with my first son. I didn't even know I was pregnant. So
You started taking all this after reading all this health books and articles anywhere you found them. You
I just mix. I just take tea in the morning, mix herbs, take chlorophyll, anything, red raspberry tea, anything that I read, it will help me. I did it.
so these were all herbs that you were mixing up and boiling to drink. You were just drinking them.
Was it
And then
fertility
taking
herbs that you were looking at?
majority, two of them were like red raspberry normally helps soothe the womb. And so I was into that. Which one will help me soothe it? Which one will help my own health? Why? Because I realized that sugar is one thing that really is bad to your health. So I cut all those things, alcohol and other things off, and I started taking all this thing.
Okay.
So I went to Dr. Mahama. I remember that time she was here. And I told him, I said, I keep feeling very nauseated and all that, and I don't know what it is. Then she said, let me take a test, urine test. Then she came, she said, Chateau, it looks like you're pregnant, but your history, there's no way I can promise you're pregnant. So I'm going to take a blood test. So he took the blood test. And then when he came, she said, Chateau, honestly, I don't know what you did, but you're pregnant.
Wow. Amazing story.
Sad. Yeah.
Awesome. You
That's
need
a
to
miracle.
blog about that.
That is a miracle.
That is,
Yeah.
self-medication, discipline, inspirational, and the fact that you said you believed. I think it's all about belief, right? She had the belief that there's the God factor in her, and she's capable of anything, regardless of what the situation is. Regardless of how negative the situation is looking. And then, so that story inspired you to go into making your own medicines and
So
all that.
I was just that person. Anybody who comes to the shop and I see something, I would just make something for them, or even I would tell them to take this or take this herb, or if I.
At the time you had what shop? You were just doing hair.
Yeah, I was just doing hair. Then one day, my son, the last one, I got 2 boys. Because I told God, after the 2 boys, I told God, I said, that's it. I'm enough. Thank you for giving me
Because when
those
you're
2.
pregnant, you say you don't want girls.
Girls, yeah. So I
Any
didn't-
reason for?
First of all, as a black child, I work Saturdays, my busiest day. Sunday will be my only off day.
Okay.
And I didn't have time to sit down with a black child for 3-4 hours just to braid hair and soothe her and comfort her.
Braiding hair, okay,
Braid-
okay,
You
okay.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then also I realized that when they are 11 to 18, excuse me to use that word, your period is coming, their period is coming. There's always friction in the house.
okay.
They talk back, they did that. So I said, please, I'm too busy daytime, too sleepy nighttime. I can't
Right.
take this.
Okay.
So for real too,
yeah.
all my wishes came
through.
God gave me the child.
Okay.
I asked for boys, you gave me. And boys are easy to take care of. I go to Payless, I buy gym shoe, I put t-shirt on.
That's it.
That's it. I'm gone.
Why why she get all grandchildren that are girls, though? I said, why she get all girl grandchildren?
That's not my problem. Because I have boys. I said, if you have boys, you don't have to worry about grandchildren.
Right.
The mothers take children home. So I'm not worried about that.
We will continue with the story on how that led you, because at the time you were just doing hair, right? But the story and what you went through, your experience, gave you the know-how into mixing medicine and all that. So you started doing, you started coming up with this skin medicines and all that.
So my son also got sick with some diseases on him where I don't know where it came from. So I went to 4 dermatologists. Nobody was able to treat it. So I flew back home to Ghana with Teddy and went to my grandmother. And my grandmother looked at it and she said, oh, just go and bring this and that and that. And she mixed it for me. A few herbs. And she also mixed it together for me. And I brought it. Within 3 weeks, Teddy's skin was gone.
Something that wasn't, doctors in America were not able to cure.
Yeah.
Within 3 weeks in Ghana, with the help of herbs, mixing of a few herbs, that was taken care of. Okay.
So I brought some of it with me back home. So I started giving it to my client. When I see skin eczema or psoriasis or anything, then I mix it. Then I have the shea butter, also with it. So then I'll mix a little bit of the shea butter with it and then it's gone. So one day I was at the shop, very have a stylist, they come today, they don't come tomorrow, you know how it is. So one day I was sitting down when one of my African American clients walked in and she said, Chateau, you're so sad. What is going on? I said, I'm so sick of this stylist. She said, I don't understand you, Chateau. You have your own Oak Street and you have all this product you give to us free for locks, for this, for skin. Why don't you bottle it and start selling it? I said, yeah, you're right.
Or you're giving them product for their hair too?
Yeah, I was giving them for their hair, the locks and all that, So I said, you're right. Because I cannot take this, and I have to find something to substitute the stylist so that I can have peace of mind.
Right.
So honestly, you have to have guts to do business, especially in Chicago.
Right.
And I started with cosmetics. So I went to Mary Miglin next door to me.
Okay, please hold on to Mary Miglin. We'll continue from Mary Miglin, okay? Black average girl.
Average black girl.
Oh.
Average black girl.
Average black girl. Why don't I just call you by your name, Danielle? So, okay, Danielle. Okay, all right. Danielle, who are your clients specifically?
So some of my clients are WeBuyBlack.com. They're a black-owned Amazon.
Okay. If you can just, take your time and break it down a little bit so our listeners can get the information.
So WeBuyBlack.com is like a black-owned, like Etsy or Amazon. So you can sign up, and it's like an online marketplace. But the whole goal is that it's for people, so black people that want to buy within the black community, or our allies that want to give money to the black community. They're there. So they're certified, it's global, they're all over. So everything from toilet paper to mouthwash is on there. So I've worked with them for about a year now. And another one, I've done a WordPress workshop at Blue 1647.
Okay.
So last semester I taught an all women's class. So that's one of them. K Consulting.
Okay, but anybody else can use your services, right?
Yes, anybody can use my services.
Okay.
The main goal is we have a lot of different services, so you'll say what you need. Like some people are wanting to start a YouTube channel, so they'll come and be like, what exactly do I need? Some people will say, I need a website. What do I need? Or I tried my website, I got stuck. Can you help me? So I'll help them and then teach them so that they don't ever have to pay for someone like me again. Some people want social media and they like, it's too much for me. I need you to do it. So we'll come up with the strategy together and then I'll implement it. So different than how I work versus everybody else is, I want to be a agency. My goal for having a business was so that now, because now it's been like 2 years, now I don't ever want to go back to corporate America. I want to have like lots of babies. I want to travel. So my goal is not to be like living and breathing in it. So every time I get a client, I will hire someone and they will be an independent contractor where they do majority of the work and we split it 60-40. So that's kind of how I do my contracts.
So you're like a consultant.
Yes, like a consultant
business
firm.
Consultant. So if WGHC needs
If you needed it, we'll
a
get you
business
together.
plan,
Yeah.
we'll come to you.
Uh-huh.
And then
Or-
you hire a contract person to do it for us.
Or if you're getting sponsorships and stuff like that, let's figure out what's going into it. Let's create a media kit. Let's get more. So, for instance, when people come up to me and they're like, "I want money. How do I get it?" I'm like, "It's really simple, but
Says
it's
come to me.
it's a lot of strategy. What you'll do is I'll say we need a list of 40 to 100 businesses, brands that you want to work with.
Okay.
Then let's figure out a contact person. You need, and not only just a contact name, we need an email. Then let's create a media kit. So a media kit or a capabilities kit, it's two different things. A media kit is it's real pretty. It's pictures. It's a little bit about you, your mission statement, your vision statement. Then it'll say what exactly is you're doing, and then you'll ask what you're doing for. So maybe you want sponsor money. Maybe you want to do a workshop. Maybe you want speaking engagements. You'll list like maybe 3 or 4 things that you want to do, and then you'll email it. Because working in the corporate side, nothing is made overnight. Things need to be passed up. They need to be talked to. Then you have to fill out a donation form. What is this for? Because it can't be for your family reunion, right? It has to be for something. So it takes about maybe 3 weeks for you to get a yes. And I tell people, not everyone's going to say yes, but not everyone's going to say no. And there's local businesses. So there's a local, for instance, I use Coca-Cola because that's where I work. There's local Coca-Cola businesses that have a budget. And then there's the corporate. And you can go for both of them.
Wow.
Now there's a capability statement. So a capability sheet is for government contracts. So you're going to want to know what your NACIS code is. What is your code?
You write grants.
I don't write grants,
Your
but I can connect you to people that do.
So you are the kind of organization where if somebody say wants to start up a business but they're confused and they don't want to go
We'll
through all
get
the
you
hustle and
together.
bustle.
We will get you together. We will figure out how to do it, and we will start. A lot of people, I say, well, at least for my business, I thought that I was going to be on YouTube, being a personality, getting free stuff, and that was it. But my following told me, no, we want you to give your consulting one-on-one. I will pay for your individual services. And I also, if I don't have a lot of money, I want downloadables. So we have downloadable sheets for social media strategy. We have downloadable stuff for LinkedIn, how to totally rock LinkedIn. We have videos, all types of stuff. So that's my main goal. I want to just content create as well as bring in businesses where I'm helping to do the strategy and moving forward. So in Chicago, I have Chicago Metro OB-GYN. They're a facility in Harvey, Tinley Park, in Calumet City. So I work with them. Another brand that I work with is 3 doctors. They met at Xavier University in Louisiana and made a patent undergrads become physicians. So you have 2 OB-GYNs and 1 cardiac anesthesiologist.
You have a team of people that you work with?
Yeah, I have about 4 people under
4
me.
people. You have an office space here in Chicago?
No, we're virtual.
You're virtual? Okay. All right. Jeff, who are your clients, your target clients?
So yeah, I guess I can't give out specific names due to my attorney-client privilege, but pretty much my target clients, I like up-and-coming millennials. So people between the ages of, I would say 20 to about 35, 36-ish, that are up and coming. You know, they're rising in their careers. Preferably they own a piece of real estate or they have something that requires them to have a tax professional. So I really like working with millennials because, you know, they do feel like the do-it-yourself mentality is the best until they meet somebody like me, and then I tell them all the different things that I can help them out with. You know, so it's an honor to be able to help people that really need the help. And they also don't really like, you know, for lack of a better term, the older CPAs who are, 70 years old, 80 years old, still doing tax returns. And I can't tell you how many clients I've had come to me saying that their CPA died, got sick, got blind. They can't do, just all crazy things, medical issues. So that's where my niche is now, is finding those clients who need a new CPA because of these issues. Because with my industry, the average age is probably like 60 years old.
Okay.
Wow.
Exactly. I was going to come to that point. Yes, we've heard about the Michael Dells, the Steve Jobs who, ditched college and started their own thing. Facebook guy, Zuckerberg, Mark
Zuckerberg, yep.
Okay. But it's rare that you see young people of your age basically coming out of college with the future in your hands. You were working with this organization before you work at this big firm.
Pricewaterhouse.
Pricewaterhouse, which is a global organization, just like Deloitte, which is what our boss here, NK, was working with. But I guess my point is, for a young guy, 25 years old, at the time you were at 21 or just 20.
Yeah, I started when I was 24.
Look, a lot of millennials would die for that kind of opportunity. Hey, I have a job, I get my car, I get my condo, and live well. What drives a young man like you to say, you know what, I'm quitting that, okay, to go into business and to help young millennials? What is it? Just that you want to feel you want to have that independence, or you want to be able to impact into today's millennials the essence of saving money and investing for the future?
Yeah, I feel like everyone in life should be living with a purpose. I feel like the purpose of life is to be purposeless. So if you're not living purposeful, then it's a problem. So when I was at Pricewaterhouse, PwC, I wasn't living with a purpose. Every day I woke up, I hated my life. I just didn't really like what I was doing. And so ultimately what happened was that, I was getting depressed. Whenever I feel a certain way, like I'm not living to my fullest potential, it's a problem. So this happened for about a year. Unfortunately, I was forced to work at PwC for at least a year in order to get my CPA license. Cause sometimes you do have to do what you have to do. So at PwC, I was supposed to be there for about 6 years. That was my original plan, a 6-year plan. And then it dropped down to like 5, and then 3, and then 2, and then finally 1. And I said, I'm fed up. I have my business plan. I already had 100 clients that I pretty much built up over time, tax clients. And one day I woke up and I turned in my 2 weeks, and I was like, hey, and it's a crazy story, but ultimately I had my business plan ready. I had the logo. Yeah. So, I mean, pretty much, the business plan was set up my freshman year in college. I started doing taxes, for one of my friends. He owned a company. It was a C corporation. So my first tax return was actually a company's tax return. Wow. And ultimately,
what company? You remember the name?
It's Insway. Insway is Intellectual Swagger. It's online fashion company.
I've
pretty
seen the
much.
name Insway, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we were actually when we were in the basement, when this radio station was in the basement,
right,
we actually did a segment together.
Okay.
But pretty much overall, I built up the clientele. Then I went to roommates the next year. Then I went to a few girls came to me say, hey, we want you to do our taxes and things like that. So I started getting that confidence, and I was doing it for free back then. So I feel like, and here's another thing, I feel like you're passionate about something when you're willing to do it for free.
Yes.
But of course, we got to live. We have bills to pay. We have goals. I do want to become a millionaire within the next 5 years or so. So that's always been a goal of mine personally. But ultimately, with this company, I was building a business plan, left PwC. I actually started driving for Uber for about 3 months. A lot of people don't even know that. Started driving for about 3 months. And, it came to a point where it's like tax season came around. So I need to actually go out and, run the company. So I decided to rent out my car. And I found somebody to rent it out. They were rented out. They had it for about 3 months or so. Went and got another car. And then I went and got 8 more cars after that. So I actually built another business on top of my tax firm.
Okay.
So during tax season, I was running 2 companies at the same time. So my car rental company and then my tax firm. And then I branched off into 6 other businesses. So now I own a real estate company as well. I've always loved real estate. My parents have always been into real estate.
Talking about your parents, would you say that they inculcated the culture of investment and entrepreneurship in you?
Yeah, I would say they did to a certain extent. I feel like they could have been more of an influence. Ultimately, with the real estate, they definitely helped me. They pushed me a lot because growing up, I knew all about real estate through them. But ultimately, when we came to America, they were like, oh, go to school, get a job, that pretty much mentality. So even though they were entrepreneurs, they were pushing me to become a non-entrepreneur. And which was pretty strange, but overall I still learned from them because my mom, she literally owns about 4 businesses. My dad owns 2. So everybody in my family, my cousin, he owns a construction company. He's actually my contractor. So pretty much everyone in my family has owned a business to a certain extent.
Okay.
So they were a pretty nice influence, but I felt like they could have been more influential. But overall, the reason why I started the businesses and everything like that is, for one, wanted to become financially free. I wanted to have my time freedom. I mean, when I started, I was scared to death for the first like 3 weeks. I would wake up, my heart would be pounding as an entrepreneur. And then, you know, it's because, hey, bills had to be paid.
Right.
You know, I have a mortgage and things like that. So ultimately I was scared. But then once I started reading, so I've read 23 personal finance books this year. Wow. And part of that is because of that fear. I fear going broke. I fear ever, you know, becoming poor. I never want to be in that state. And so that's why every single day that I wake up now, I push so hard. You can ask Danielle. I was texting her at 7 a.m. today. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so literally every day I wake up, I grind. You know, I have a purpose, a mission. I'm very passionate about what I do. I coach people. I teach a class at the Chicago Urban League now about entrepreneurship. So now it's like, I feel like I'm living purposeful.
Yes.
And that's why I chose to be an entrepreneur, and I never see myself going back to the other side ever again.
We'll come to your speaking engagement activities. I know you had one today. Or was it yesterday or today? You had one speaking engagement in the suburbs, and I think I was seeing the poster on social media.
Yeah, one this Friday.
Why?
You had a speaking engagement.
Oh yeah, we do.
Together.
We have an entrepreneurship. We're doing one at a
Okay,
church.
you have too many of them. You've forgotten. Okay, you know that's what happens when you are 25 and you have your hands in about 1,000 businesses.
That's true.
Okay, Chateau, let's continue. Listeners, we're still here at WGHC 98.3 FM. Your voice, your music, your station with the Progressive Mind Show. This is the Business Promotion Forum. Purpose is to promote our business and to inspire folks who want to get into it. We want to break free from the attitude of 9 to 12 or the 9 to 5
9 to 6
routine,
8 to 6
8 to 6 whatever time, 12 to 12. We want to break from that routine and explore, because we know that the key to wealth, to being financial independent, it's not the typical 9 to 5, 8 to 6, 12 to 12 and all that. Chateau, if you can just take us to 8 p.m. At 8 p.m., we'll go for a musical break. When we come back, we'll open the phone lines so that you can ask Chateau and these wonderful people here questions and contributions. But Chateau, if you can complete your story, starting from
Mary Miglin.
Mary Miglin. I was tempted to say Mary Kay.
So I started with cosmetics, lipsticks and all that, because I realized there's shortage of those kind of things in the black community. So I started, but then I found out that I went to Mary Magdalene to talk to her about it, and I don't even care whether she listens to this. She highly discouraged me that I cannot be in the industry. It's not for me, a whole lot. Then I realized me being on Oak Street has opened my eyes to know how the system really works, because honestly, even to cut down a short story, my manufacturing place is on West Loop, right? Mm-hmm. I call AT&T. I pay $40 for my internet on Oak Street. When I went to West Loop, they charging me 3 gig for $189.
Wow.
And then I said it won't help me, so I called Comcast. Comcast said they will give me 50 for $149. So I said, you know how this country works. This country is for just 3% of the population. I told the guy, I said, this is a monopolized system. ComEd, telephone and gas and all of them are monopolized companies, because you know very well that you have no choice. Your hands are tied, so you have to go to them. I said, I have a shop on Oak Street. Maybe you might not know. I pay $40. Why do I have to come to West Loop? You guys know very well the people there are minority and they don't have the money to pay, but you're charging them more. Rather than the rich folks, which you know they can pay, you rather charge them less. So me being on Oak Street have opened my eyes so much that I know how the system works. I'm a member of the Michigan Avenue Association, Oak Street Association. I go to meeting with them, so I know how things are and how this thing. So when she discouraged me, I said, okay. I came back and I told myself, I said, wow, there's no black skincare line, and I know how this skincare for my son works. So why don't I branch into the skincare. So then I started with the skincare products and started going to Black Women Expo. And at first I made a kit and I was giving it free for people. So after that, I wind up, people started calling me, where can I get this product? Where can I get this product? So then from there, that's when, I had the skincare line for almost about 10 years before I branched into 12, 15 years before I branched into the natural hair care thing came. Everybody was going natural. The only thing about my product is, if you ask me, what is your product different from other product? My product from the skincare to hair care is for repair. It repairs things that are damaged. That cannot be solved. From thinning, balding, shedding, to eczema, psoriasis, sciatica, broken arms, sprain. Those kind of things are what my product really works on. So I really can testify to my product that there's a difference between my product and other products. And because I make it myself too, and secondly, because I've been in the beauty industry, I know how to apply it and how it works very well.
And we know some of the personalities that your products have worked on. And as you mentioned earlier, your products are in Whole Foods. We'll go into all those details when we come back from the commercial break. Listeners, it's a Progressive Mind show. Please stay tuned to WGHC 98.3 FM. This is your host, Alinko. We shall be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the year again. Your favorite station, WGHC 98.3 FM, presents the second annual fundraising and Black Tie Gala, dubbed Night of the Legends. Night of the Legends. Featuring special guests and honorees, Dr. Pakwasi Indum of Group Indum, Dorothy Brown, Cook County Clerk, Dr. Margaret King, Chicago State University, Jesse White, Secretary of State, James Kappelman, 46th Ward Alderman, Dr. Melida Harris, and Joseph Awinoga Jr., Junior Olympic champion. This year's Black Tie Gala is coming on Sunday, November 19, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the beautiful Stan Mansion, 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard, Chicago. It's at the corner of Kedzie and Fullerton. Come and experience great live music and entertainment with good food. Oh yeah. It's going to be hosted by Chicago's favorites, Nana Mafo. Red carpet hosted by Cosby Michaels. Fundraising hosted by Mrs. Jennifer Nate, and guest MC and fundraiser, the beautiful, talented Ghanaian actress Nanama McBrown. Great music is brought to you by Chicago's finest, DJ Andreas, DJ Kishi, DJ Odikro, and the Nyansapo International Band. And of course, good food by PK's Catering, and decorations by Sankofa. Tickets are going for $90 for single, $150 for couple, a table of 8, $600 with complimentary drinks, a table of 10, $750 with complimentary drinks. A portion of the proceeds will go towards WGHC's social and health development projects. Recognition will be given to great personalities and activists in our community. Prizes and merchandise will be awarded to individuals. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Search for WGHC 98.3 FM. You can also get physical tickets at WGHC Studios at 4554 North Broadway, Suite number 330B. For more information, you can call these numbers 773-829-1032 or 612-965-9921 or 773-759-4501. You can also email 98.3FM WGHC at gmail.com.
This year's Night of the Legend, sponsored and supported by Africa Global Chamber of Commerce, Martins International, Rainbow Push Coalition, Mr. Candy Ghana, Bedu Tax Service, Group Indum, and ISF Bank.
Remember, don't forget, it's Sunday, November 19 from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Stan Mansion, 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard. Come and let's support this vision together. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the year again. Your favorite station, WGHC 98.3 FM, presents the second annual fundraising and Black Tie Gala, dubbed Night of the Legends. Night of the Legends. Featuring special guests and honorees, Dr. Pakwasi Indum of Group Indum, Dorothy Brown, Cook County Clerk, Dr. Margaret King, Chicago State University, Jesse White, Secretary of State, James Kappelman, 46th Ward Alderman, Dr. Melida Harris, and Joseph Awinoga Jr., Junior Olympic Champion. This year's Black Tie Gala is coming on Sunday, November 19, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the beautiful Stan Mansion, 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard, Chicago. It's at the corner of Kedzie and Fullerton. Come and experience great live music and entertainment with good food. Oh yeah. It's going to be hosted by Chicago's favorites, Nana Mafo. Red carpet hosted by Cosby Michaels. Fundraising hosted by Mrs. Jennifer Nate, and guest MC and fundraiser, the beautiful, talented Ghanaian actress Nanama McBrown. Great music is brought to you by Chicago's finest, DJ Andreas, DJ Kishi, DJ Odikro, and the Nyansapo International Band. And of course, good food by PK's Catering, and decorations by Sankofa. Tickets are going for $90 for single, $150 for couple, a table of 8, $600 with complimentary drinks, a table of 10, $750 with complimentary drinks. A portion of the proceeds will go towards WGHC's social and health development projects. Recognition will be given to great personalities and activists in our community. Prizes and merchandise will be awarded to individuals. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Search for WGHC 98.3 FM. You can also get physical tickets at WGHC Studios at 4554 North Broadway, Suite number 330B. For more information, you can call these numbers: 773-829-1032 or 612-965-9921 or 773-759-4501. You can also email 98.3FM WGHC at gmail.com.
This year's Night of the Legend, sponsored and supported by Africa Global Chamber of Commerce, Martins International, Rainbow Push Coalition, Mr. Candy Ghana, Bedu Tax Service, Group Indum, and ISF Bank.
Remember, don't forget, it's Sunday, November 19 from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Stan Mansion, 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard. Come and let's support this vision together.
Hello, hello. You're welcome back to the Progressive Mind Show at WGHC 98.3 FM. Looks like the phone lines has started already, but in that case, I'm just going to give it out. I promised I was going to give it at 8. It's 8 p.m., so it's 773-942-7167. You can ring in and ask questions, share your story, or contribute to the show. The number again is 773-942-7167. As you heard it during the commercial break, the 19th, which is coming Sunday, it's an evening you don't want to miss with the WGHC team. We are having our annual fundraiser, and it's going to be a great night. It's at the Stans Mansion. The address is 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard. Please let us know if you call into the program today, or if you reach out to any of the WGHC team, especially the Progressive Minds team, in terms of discounts, we'll be able to help you out. We've gotten feedback. People are asking for help in that space, so you can definitely reach the Progressive Mind team or WGHC organization, and we'll be more than willing to help you out, because we want all the community to come and enjoy the program and also see what we are about. This is the first terrestrial dial in Chicago. Actually, in the entire Midwest, there is not an African FM station. We are definitely a dial station, and we've gone past the online, and we are thankful to God that we have this opportunity to be able to tell our own story and also promote our own, which is why we are here today. One of the goals for raising funds on Sunday is to expand our bandwidth so that folks in Bolingbrook and in the suburbs can catch us on their dial. Talking about the suburb, if you are looking for an authentic Afrocentric African market to get all your Afro produce, you want to check out Abby's Market. It's in Romeoville, and their address is 101 Romeo Road. You want to call them at 815-524-3003. One of the organizations that support the WGHC Afi, here is Grace Restaurant. If you're looking for an authentic Ghanaian food, go to Grace Restaurant. They'll be able to help you out. Kaneshi Market is also one of our sponsors. Makala is also doing well and sponsoring us. We have few local organizations helping us here. We're asking asking the public to join the team in sponsoring WGHC so we can take our effort and our services to higher grounds. We will continue the conversation tonight with a business promotion forum with our guest here. Chateau is in her seat. Jeff Bedu of Bedu Tax Services and Danielle Mitchell and okay, let me okay. Danielle Mitchell, the average black girl. I got it this time. The average black girl.
Yes.
All right. They're telling us their stories. We continue the conversation. Please feel free to contribute during the show. We have a few folks joining us on Facebook, and I'm going to just give me a second so we can recognize our Facebook followers. Kristen outside Juma, thank you for joining in. She said, "Go Chateau." Alamede Daniel and is also watching. Sonsera Maxwell, Go Green, Deborah Williams are all watching us. Big up yourself. Chateau, if you can, we wanted to get into specifics with regards to your products. You make products for hair and the skin specifically for both men and women.
For both men, any man with ingrown problem, razor bumps, dark spots on the face after shaving and all that, I'm here to help with that.
Men who are growing bald too?
Men who are growing bald. Most of the balding with men some are hereditary, some are not. Most thinning and shedding are not really caused. Men are mostly majority caused by hereditary, especially if your mother's side has balding and ankles fight, all that, then there's a possibility. At the same time, in this weather being cold and people wearing hat or people leaving the snow on their head and all those minor mistakes create the balding as well. Just like even nowadays, there's almost about 60-70% of women who are bald than men. And the wearing wigs and all that from all the abuse of braiding and wrong application, relaxers and medication and thyroid and so many things is causing. So sometimes I don't even know why they go to the doctor, because they know the cause of their thinning and shedding or their breakage. They know what caused it.
Right.
So, and also if you fool around with the follicles and it closes up on you, it's not likely to grow back.
So you have stuff for men and women for the face as well. The ladies like to keep the face clean. The men also now are paying a lot of attention. Now, African men typically do not necessarily pay that much attention to, paying extra attention to their, their facial look in terms of using, facial cleansers. But now they are doing it.
No, because we don't grow old. We make ourselves old. If you buy a new pot and you put it on a heat to cook, eventually it turns dark. The same way the sun turns dark. When you are born, you look bubbly and everything. But as the sun shines on you, regardless of what race, we all get sunburn. And most of the time, the place that gets really destroyed is from our neck up ahead, because that's what recognizes you. The rest, if you take your clothes on, it looks nicer and beautiful than your face, because that's what takes more abuse from the sun, pollution, and all that.
The neck up.
Exactly. So if you don't clean it, and that's what makes you. Even if you are dead, that's what they recognize you out of it. So that's the one place I tell people, I don't care how much shoe or gym shoe or shirt or dress or bag, the most important part of your body is from the neck up to take care of it. Because that's what makes you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we wanted to go into the specific product that you have and what you said you have 80 of them. And you said
some of the 80, some of them I've selected few. Some people also come specifically to me for problems, like they have sprain or sciatica or some kind of thing and they can't treat it. Or when I go to shows, I take empty containers so that I can mix product for them when I see certain skin problems and all that. And now I've cut down some of the product because when you like something, you do you always want to do something extra. For
Okay.
fun.
When it comes to your clients, which the demographics or which ethnic groups do you attract more clients from? Black, Caucasian, Indians, based on the product that you make.
I tell every human being that my product, God created, we all eat the same food. The only thing that differentiates a black person from a Caucasian is our hair and skin color. Otherwise, we all run through the same blood and the same thing. At the same time, the only thing a black person will buy rather than not going to Macy's, but come to you is when you sell hair products.
Because now you prepare to
because is it a black maid or is it that one they will come to you. So there are some black products that a Caucasian cannot use, especially when it comes to the oils and all that. And there are some which is universal.
Okay. We have a caller on the line. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Calling from Chicago.
Sir, please tell us your name.
My name is Anthony Clark.
All right, please go ahead, sir.
Hi, I'm calling to talk about Chatto's products and say hello to everyone, including Chatto there tonight.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, how are you doing?
Great, thanks.
And
hey, Tony, how long have you used Chatto's products? Used it in the first place?
It's been for over 8 years now.
Okay, so for over 8 years, you've been using Chatto's products?
Yes, sir.
That is skin or hair product?
Both.
Wow. Tell us about it.
Well, when I came to her, I was brought to her by a friend who thoroughly recommended her and had been using her products and had saw the results for herself, and she told me about it. So she took me to Chatto's shop, and I met Chatto, and right on the spot, she gave me a consultation, showed me her different products, the things that they were capable of doing, the things that I needed to be doing, and gave me an education on how to keep your hair up, how to keep your skin up, that we as African Americans, we have special needs for our skin and our hair, and that these products would help us with those things, not only to enrich our skin and hair, but to help heal some things. I had a lot of problems with acne, and her products helped with the scarring that was secondary to the acne. It helped take a lot of that scarring, darkness of skin spots, things of that away from me. And, I was amazed at how it was working because I never had any products do that before. I had tried many products, including medical products from physicians. And then, you go to Walgreens and things like that and you buy products. None of them had worked like Chatto's.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, that's the reason why you're calling today to, obviously recommend a product and authenticate what she's talking about in terms of, she's saying her motto is that she does not sell products, she sells result. Obviously, that is what she's giving you.
Yes, she does. And she gives you that education behind the products and that personal education for yourself, looking at your problems and what can be done with those problems, which products best are suited for your needs.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Tony. Did you have anything else to share with the other guest or with the WGHC team tonight?
I just want to say all the best to all the guests on the show. Thank you very much for the opportunity and all the best in the future.
Much, Tony.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you. That was Tony talking about Chatto's products. And so we now know somebody has used it. Okay. We have another call online. Please go ahead with your name and where you're calling from.
My name's Olivia Chase, and I'm from Chicago.
Hi, Olivia. You're welcome to the Progressive Mind Show. You have been, if you have been listening to the show, we're talking to Chatto here, and we're talking to Jeff Bedu and talking to Daniel Mitchell. All these guys are local entrepreneurs who have started their business, and they're hoping to impact on our community with their products and services, and also hoping to make actually, Jeff says he wants to be a millionaire by. All right, thank you. So So welcome to the Millionaire Club. What do you have for us tonight?
Well, greetings everybody, and special greetings to Chateau, my good friend. You've been talking about Chateau, her product line. You've been talking about her as a cosmetologist, as someone who's developed a line of products. I see Chateau as a healer, okay? She really has special gifts when it comes to hair, skincare, but really beyond that. So my story with Chateau, I've worn my hair in natural fashion for many, many decades. And I had locks twice, and the second time they got long, heavy, and I began to have balding around the edges and the top of my head. So I had to let the locks go for good. And I came to Chateau, and she gave me an analysis. That's the first time that ever happened. She really gave me an analysis of my hair and what was going on, and she recommended her amazing product line. And I've been a devotee ever since. She's a genius.
Okay.
She's a genius.
Now, when was the first time you met Chateau?
Help me out, Chateau. It's been 10, 12 years. Yeah. She was on Oak Street at that time. And I found her online. I was searching. I won't mention any names, but I've worn braids for years, locks for years, and I've been to, some of the so-called best locticians and practitioners.
Taking down his dreadlocks. Tell me that. Now, they all say he's not the only person. A couple of them have taken down before. They all say it's a painful experience. Is it true when you're taking off locks that you've grown for so many years? Was it the same for you?
Well, let me put it this way. Maybe it's because of my age, but I wore naturals, I had braids, and I had locks twice. Growing your locks is a spiritual experience, okay? And, but I came to a point where I knew it was time to transition and do something different.
Okay.
So I had to let my locks go. It was like, when a loved one transitions and then they move on to ancestorhood, or there's a transition. So I'm not saying I was able to do it overnight. My sister came to visit that Christmas, and my head was it was a mess. And so she took the scissors and she cut them off for me.
Okay.
And I just sort of my head was really raggedy, and I just washed it, but it was dry. It was balding in spots, and that's when I knew I had to find someone who could cut my hair. I continue to wear very short natural, but I wanted it to look healthy, even though I knew I was going to need to do a short natural from here on out.
Okay.
It needed to. My hair just wasn't healthy. It was dry. It was broken. It was balding in spots, and now you have a beautiful,
healthy hair.
Yeah, it's been transformed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been transformed.
All right. Thank you so much, Olivia, for that wonderful testimony regarding Chateau's products. And
you're welcome.
To speak with you. I mean, we hope you can attend our event on the 19th coming. We would like to see you there.
I plan to be in attendance.
All right.
With some
Have a good evening.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. The number to ring in is 773-942-7167. A quick announcement here before we continue our program this evening. The state of Illinois, actually the governor of Illinois, Governor Rauner and his legislative team has passed out a law that enables folks who want to send their kids and wards to private Catholic schools. Here the amount is about, it's 75 million that has been allocated for this program. And so it doesn't matter your creed or race. If you have kids out there and you have always wanted them to be in private school, but as a result of your finances, you are not able to do that in your public schools, it's okay. If you want to keep them in public schools, fine. However, you have an option now, whereas you probably didn't have it before. Now you can take your kids to a private school, private Catholic schools. So if you have one in your community, just give them a call. It's a first come first. It's on the first come basis. Okay, so you can enroll your kids in private schools now by virtue of this law that has been passed by Governor Rauner and the legislative arm of the state of Illinois. That's a good thing, and that's why radio is very useful for the community. Issues and news and information such as this can be passed on to our community so we can all benefit from. The other caller on the line, please call out. You have reached the Progressive Mind Show. This is Alinko. Please go ahead with your name and where you're calling from. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes, please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is San Juan, and I'm calling from Chicago. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Chateau has busted into laughter.
What's that?
You must be an old friend or an old client. Hello?
Yes. I'm
yes,
here.
You must be an old client of Chateau's.
I've known Chateau for a long, long time. And yes, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Please go ahead, sir.
Well, I wanted to call in because, there's a lot of people giving testimonies and things about Chateau's products and her services. And I've known Chateau for a long time, and she's always been the type of person that she stands behind everything she says and she does. But I think what some people are failing to realize is what makes her products different from anyone else. And I see her sitting in the background, just kind of watching and listening. But I want her to tell people what makes her so different, what makes her products and her services so different from everyone else out there. And it doesn't just reach one type of demographic, it reaches all demographics. So can you elaborate a little bit on that, Chateau?
You were before the calls came in, right? Yes, go ahead.
It's how can I put it, Simon? It's just my personality and the way I am. I'm just, as Olivia said, so there are three people in this world. There are people who are gifted with what they do. Some learn to become good and some do it for money. And I've realized that I've been gifted with what I do and just the free-minded person which I give in every time. So,
well,
anything I touch works.
There goes your answer, sir.
Well, there's a lot of people out there that have different products. A lot of companies out there that have big names and big labels, and people see it all the time. But I think some people fail to realize that sometimes it's those homegrown or the people that have been in the business a long time that you don't really get to see. And I think that it'd be a disservice to people that don't know who she is and haven't seen her products or haven't heard about her to kind of like listen and be like, oh, you know what? It's just another product. No, it's not. She tries to teach you, educate you on how it affects your hair, how it affects your daily life. And so, I tuned in kind of late, but I just wanted to make sure that she expressed that because, she's a talented woman and her products help a lot of people and she's evolved over these years. And I think that, people should give it a try. They should try it. Go see her, go see one of her demonstrations, try some of her stuff, and then, let the proof be in the pudding, as they say.
So, in this country, if Beyonce put water in the bottle, people will line up buying it. Because they will believe it. So it's hard. You have to, as you're saying, even if you have good product and the celebrity type, it's hard to let people believe because their mind is tuned in a certain way to believe that this is what it is. And actually, that's how it is. So I really appreciate you I'm surprised. I was just mesmerized for you to call. I don't know how you pick up the phone, but
Well, like I said, I just tuned in, and the first thing you popped up, and I was like, okay, I need a number. I don't know how to get. And then he said it. I'm like, all right, I'm in. So I'm proud of you. I mean, you're doing your thing, and I want you to continue to do your thing for many more years to come. And so, it's exciting for me to see how you've grown from when I met you when I was a little tyke to where you are now, and how you've grown. And I think that your business savvy as well as your product speaks for itself.
Actually, we went to China because of my business. They took us to China. That's how I met Taiwan first.
Okay.
For modeling course,
okay.
Right? So
Taiwan, I hope now if you want to see more, if you want to see Chateau and the other folks here, you may want to come to our event on the 19th.
You got to tell me more. All I know is the name.
Okay, all right.
I
wanted to make sure you were still here and listening to us. So on the 19th, the station is hosting our second annual gala. It's a fundraiser as well, and we are going to be awarding individuals who are doing extremely well for our community impact and lives. We're also aiming at raising funds to expand our bandwidth. Right now, we are 8x8, and we are the first terrestrial dial in the entire Midwest, Chicago, located right here in Chicago, and the only African radio station with a dial. And so we want to introduce it to our community, let the people know what we are about, what we stand for, and how we intend to impact positively on people's life. And so, like I said, 8x8, majority of our listeners listen via the app and online, and it's a phone number, but we want to be able to reach out to the suburbs where folks can dial in. We currently have the same license as Moody, WBEZ, and all that. But we definitely need a community to come on board and help us grow. And that's why we are doing this. The Secretary of State, Dorothy Brown, and other personalities will be there. And we're going to be recognizing all those folks. So it's going to be a great time of network, mingling, and also sharing the same goals that we all have here. And so that's, in a nutshell, that is what that's what's happening on Sunday, the 19th.
Okay. Well, I'll call Chateau before then, and then I'll make sure to make myself seen.
Absolutely. And the address is 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard for all of you who are listening out there. Then,
okay.
Tickets are also right now available at Eventbrite. You can get them. Singles are going for $90. Ticket for a couple is $150. Ticket for 8 people is for $600, and then ticket for 10 people is $750. By any chance or in any situation you feel like you may need a discount, please contact a member at the WGHC organization, and we will be more than happy to assist you. Or talk to Chateau. I'm willing to assist you. You can also email info.progressiveminds@gmail.com, and we'll be able to assist you as well.
All right, sounds good. Keep going, Chateau, and I'll talk to you later. You guys keep it up.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you.
And thanks for calling in.
All right, bye.
All right. Okay, a few folks just joined us online on the Facebook live feed, and Noble Bededo says, it is what is in the products. And then it is there's magic in the products. Charles Kwachi says, hey, Charlotte. He's actually calling you Charlotte. Must be somebody who knows you
very well.
Okay. He says, hey, Charlotte, good job. Long time no hear from you. This is Charles in Toronto. Thank you so much, Charles, all the way from Toronto. Danielle, we left from where, obviously, we're talking about who your clientele were, and you give us a brief description of what has been your challenge as a young person.
Right.
How long have you been doing this for? 2 years, right? 2
years on my own.
Okay, exactly. 2 years on your own. Tell us the struggles.
So my story is completely different from Jeff's. On my mom's side, not the first to go to college. My mom went to college, but my great aunt, she was the first African American to study and get her bachelor's degree in nursing from Loyola in Chicago.
Oh.
So we have that on her name, Johnny May Pope.
Okay.
Kincaid when she graduated, Johnny May Kincaid Pope. but deceased. And then my dad's side, he's the first to go to college. So when I was starting my business and thinking about it, he was not supportive at all. He was like, you're going to leave. This is the best job ever, blah, blah, blah. And like you said, I was fortunate that I got a really great internship in college, which led me to a really great job entry level where I was the youngest person.
Which companies?
So my internship was with L'Oreal USA, the makeup company in New York.
Okay.
And then I started with Coca-Cola when I graduated in Orlando. So it was a really great job. And every 18 months I was getting promoted. So by the time I was, I want to say 24, 25, I was an account executive. I had all of these clients from the entire state of Florida, from Jacksonville to the Florida Keys. I was doing really well. And my counterpart was about 65 years old. So when it was time to quit, he was very much against it, to the point where I didn't even tell him. My mom knew, because moms love you unconditionally, but dads love you with conditions. So I was like, let me just wait until I'm 100% sure. Mm-hmm. And then I called him and I was like, yeah, I quit. Come get me. Because I was in Atlanta at the time. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And I'm doing it. He's like, are you sure? I was like, it's already been done. So he's like, oh, so everybody know but me. I was like, yeah, because, generationally, he was just, every time I would give him some advice or ask for advice, he'd be like, well, maybe you should wait and work for this position for 5 years and then ask for promotion. And I'm like, but that's not what the rules are. It's only 18 months. So for me, I would include him, but I would still make my own decision. And that is something that's very prominent in, I feel like, the African American community. We are our grandparents' dreams fulfilled. Like my grandfather, he was in the Army and it was 100% segregated, and he has all these clippings of him doing stuff in an all black fatale, and he went to high school and wasn't able to go to the colleges because they were still segregated back in 1920. So for him, he always told me, I want you to go to school and get a good job with good benefits. So I did that. He came to my graduation. He was so happy. He was about 95 years old. And that's what he wants. But I'm like, I get that that I should be grateful. And I am grateful that I'm where some people dream their whole life and where they will end. But because it started so early for me, there's so much more that I want out of my life. Also, for me personally, and it could just be me as a woman, me as more emotional than most, but like the glass ceilings and the racial stuff like that actually really bothered me. And it was stressing me out to the point that I would talk to some of my other kind of friends, and at this organization they're having the same thing, and at this organization they're having the same thing, and it's like we don't want to talk about it like we're rape victims, but it's like it's happening to everybody. Like, why are we not talking about this? And then I was like, well, for me, in my last position, I was able to see how much money I was bringing into stores versus how much they were paying me. Like, I saw the receipts, and I was like, I can copy this. So that's why I do the same thing. I hire people. I have them do a lot of the work versus I want to keep all the money myself. I think that's where a lot of people start when they get the business. They're like, I got one contract. I want to keep it all for myself. I'm not going to hire any work. And talking to Jeff, he was like, no, you need to hire people. Like, it's time for you to expand. So this has been my year of expanding, but it's because I was able to talk to other people. But
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. But a lot of people are not there yet. And it's like the sooner you get to that part where, you got to find some wealth, you got to share the wealth, you got to find people, the better you'll be. Like, I'm not stressed. People can call me last minute. I can come to things. If it was just me, I'd be like, I need like 2 weeks in advance to do anything. And I'm not texting people. Like, that's not a life. You have to balance. And it's rocky, but I'm figuring it out.
I like the story because it's inspirational. You are not born with a silver spoon in your mouth, but you have taken advantage of whatever situation that were around you, good or bad, and you've had a positive attitude, and that is what we want to be able to inculcate in people, somebody who might be listening to us, who might be going through a hopeless situation. We have a caller on the line. You have reached the Progressive Mind Show. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, I'm calling to comment on Chateau.
So please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Oh, Cheryl McGill, Chicago.
Hey, Cheryl. Okay, first of all, do you use her product, and which one do you use?
Yes, I work with Chateau. I worked with Chateau from 8 to 10 years. And yes, I still...
Oh, you know what? She showed me a picture of your before and your after.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow. Now, can you tell us the name of that product and how it has changed to you?
Wait, am I on low line? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
please go ahead.
Oh, yes. The mom. Well, the whole line from the shampoos and conditioners, the mom and daughters, and everything I've used.
Oh, and how long have you used the products?
Oh, I've used Chateau's products for over 3 years.
Okay. And what would you say is the quality of the product of her product versus, obviously you've tried some other products before you met Chateau in the first place?
Oh, definitely. Chateau's products delivers results in a short time, right away, in comparison to some of the other proclaimed 100% natural products. I've seen her make her products, so I know the background of her product. Right away, in comparison to some of the other proclaimed 100% natural.
Okay. All right, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Looks like we have another caller on the line. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Caller, you have reached the studios of WGHC. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name is Sansaria.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, I'm a lady. I guess I have a a raspy voice, but I'm a lady. My name is Sansaria, and I was calling about Chateau.
Okay, please go ahead.
Chateau has been doing my hair. When I came to her, my hair was really damaged, and for 11 years, and I found her on the internet, and I felt right at home. She talks to you in such a way that you really understand what you need to do. Although sometimes I disappear because I am in school, but when I come back, she look at my hair and she gets to laughing, and she gets it back in shape. And I keep her products. I have tried other shops, high-end shops. I have tried high-end products, and none of them match her products.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much.
Very serious.
So you would recommend her product for every Tom, Dick, and Harry?
Well, I have brought customers to her that keep coming back.
Okay.
Even a customer whose son, his hair was kind of damaged and he had acne real bad. He's a teenager, and she took care of his skin. And my daughter has been there, and she wants to see her. She helped her with skincare as well. I mean, recently this summer. But I have been going to Chateau for 11 years. So, I feel like she's like family, really, and I really trust her.
Thank you, sweetie.
I'm not just calling in just to sound good. Her product.
No, we believe you. We believe you because prior to your call, we've had similar testimonials, just like yours and more. And actually, one of the callers called her a healer. She literally said she's not just a stylist or a cosmetologist. She is a healer. And for someone to use that word, she doesn't call herself a healer. She has not claimed anywhere. She hasn't gone to school for, a healer degree, whatever.
Yeah, but she's a very hard worker, and she's really dedicated because I heard the word purpose. And when I met her, she was on Oak Street. And, and she explained a lot of things of what happened to my hair, that people were locking it real tight, and everybody has different hair textures. And she knows my hair texture, and that's very important.
Thank you so much. Now, if keep listening, because here are a bunch of great folks who are doing excellent. The Danielle Mitchell organization. Obviously, if you want to start a business, if you have dreams of starting a business or maybe looking for a grant or anything of the sort, starting your
No,
own
I was
thing?
listening to Danielle, and I really want to ask her what model was she using because I'm doing a PhD as well, and I will be doing my second grant writing class. But I hear the models that she's coming out of, and I understand her language, and I also want to congratulate her and the young man. Your whole panel is powerful, and thank you for presenting this panel because we wouldn't know. You know, people may not have heard of Chateau, and also I have never heard of them, but I am so proud of them. Congratulations, and keep doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you. They are so grateful for your call. We thank you so much for calling and contributing, sharing it. Actually, you've encouraged them to go to even greater heights, and your call has also lifted someone's spirit right now. So thank you so much for doing that. All right. Keep the calls coming in at 773-942-7167. We encourage you to share the feed so that your friends and our friends can benefit from the conversation we're having here. A few comments on Facebook, and we'll continue with the conversation. Samuel Kwame Akono says, I have met Chateau and used the product, and they are very great. And Mausi says, power to Black entrepreneurs. And she's also asking where she can find Chateau's product. Actually, she says, how can I get and use Chateau's products? Are they for natural hair?
Yeah.
Yes.
The product is natural. That's why I can make it myself.
Okay. She makes her own products, and they are all natural. John Inti is asking you a question, and I'll start from Jeff because you haven't spoken in a little while. He says, how do you intend to use your profession to build the Ghanaian community, and actually not just the Ghanaian community, but the minority community, our community? So I'll start from you, and then Danielle, and then Chateau can respond to that.
Yeah, so pretty much how to build.
Thank you so much, John Inti.
So how to build the Ghanaian community.
With your profession, your talent.
Exactly. So I am a big financial literacy advocate. I teach financial literacy. I do this radio show, which is primarily for Ghanaians and, the African, Pan-African. But ultimately, I plan to continuously deliver the education, the content, and everything like that. And then, once the content is delivered, I do plan to have like one-on-one sessions with people, do some consultations. I do offer a free 30-minute consultation.
Okay.
Anytime you meet with me one-on-one for the first time, it's always free. And then, of course, helping them, put more money in their pockets by going through some strategies and things, filing their tax returns and things like that. I do plan to start a few charities as well, by, giving out scholarship money, doing more financial literacy. I'm a part of Money Smart Week. I'm a Money Smart Week partner. So we go out into the communities and we teach financial literacy to different people. So I'm a big teacher and I'm a big advocate. And then of course I do the Chicago Urban League class, Mondays and Wednesdays, a few times throughout the year pretty much.
And I know you also speak in local churches, and you have your financial segment here at WGHC every Thursday
at 7:15 to 7:45 p.m. right here, live and colored.
So Johnny T, there go your answer. The man is dedicating his time and his finances and his knowledge in terms in his field to the benefit of our community. So Danielle, would you want to answer to John T's question?
Yes. So for me, I am Black American. 100%, but for me, I have a Black-owned directory, so that's for any person that identifies with being of African descent. So we're in the Caribbean, we're in Nigeria, we're in London, we're in France, and we're here right now. So we need some people from Ghana to add their business.
Okay.
Next is what we do is we have a YouTube channel where we promote positive Black content. So I've actually covered Ghanaian Independence Day festivities. Okay. Jeff invited me and I talked to the president. So we went over for when they had their health clinic and focused on that. And I'm looking for more people. So if you are that Black-owned business, or that Ghanaian business, we'd love to come out, interview you about your products, and just have people know what's going on. So with my YouTube channel, we always make people that are in their business give tips and tools for people that want to be like them. So it's never just this is what I do. I'm so great. It's like, this is what I do, but these are things that you don't have to make the same mistakes I want to make, and kind of give back that way. So my YouTube channel is all about marketing tips, business tips. Jeff's on there talking about accounting. Wherever I go, I'm all about vlogging positive Black content. If I go to a dope event, I'll do it. I went to Nigeria last year, vlogged the entire trip. So, and we just keep going.
So this thing you did for the Ghana National Council, was it for free?
Yeah, I did it for free. I dedicated my time.
She comes, she comes out, records sometimes, and she's coming out Sunday night.
Yes, I'll be there Sunday.
Oh, okay. You should record. You should come and record the Progressive Mind Show for free sometime. That's one thing.
I never got invited,
okay.
you know. So.
All right. Okay. All right. Since we are in the mode of free, I might as well benefit from it. Chateau. Yeah. You want to respond to him now before you come in? I know he mentioned the Ghanaian community, but because he's Ghanaian, so instinctively he's going to say Ghanaian. But I think the goal is, what are we doing for our community? And it's not just Ghanaian, it's all of us, the Afro-Latina community, the Afro-Caribbean community, the Afrocentric community, so it doesn't matter, where you're from. The minority community is, what we are much concerned about, and also the bigger community, the communities outside us. And so whatever
I'm all Black.
You're all Black?
That's it.
That's all. That's it. Okay. All right. But we want to go beyond that. We have for everybody. But Chateau, please come in.
I'm a universal person.
Yes, I'm like you.
Yeah, and I see it. Sometimes when you are close to somebody, they don't see the goodness in you.
Right.
And that's what I see, that most Ghanaians don't know me well than the Americans know
the other race, or
other race or other ethnicity, because they think, first of all, they think I'm too expensive, and I'm too much, and they don't want to come to Oak Street and Ohana call this and that, So you have to know. There's three personality to human people: the public personality, the private, and the secret.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to get to, even if you are sisters or husband and wife, sometimes you don't even know the secret of one of the couples. It might be the private part, but you don't know her secret or his secret. So it takes time to get to know somebody or talk to the person, to feel the person. Don't be a hearsay. Oh, they said this, or she's this, or she's that. I got some negativity because somebody has said something and maybe they don't like. You don't expect everybody to like you, but you have to go for it and see how the person is. And right away, your mood will change about the person. I'm for everybody. And that's how I live my life. I don't really think negative about anything. I give free consultation. Anybody willing to come to me, I'm open hand, welcome. And I've seen that most of my welcoming has been African Americans who has really supported me in this country than my own. So I'm to everything.
Right. We will be going for a commercial break, but can you just tell us specifically what you intend to do in the spirit of free?
I give free consultation. My consultations are
all
free.
Okay.
But if you come to buy product, yes, you have to support. You have to pay for it.
You have to pay for it.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe apart from the consultations, maybe if like Johnny T wants to know how we can use your skills and your rich experience, to maybe help other young people who want to be like you.
I'm a good teacher.
Okay.
I'm a very good teacher.
Okay.
And as soon as somebody walks in, right away I can, like a psychic, I can tell everything about the person. That's the gift I have.
So?
From head to skin to personality to attitude.
You didn't tell me when after the show, please tell me, man. I want to know.
All right, read him. No, read him online.
Yes.
Read him live.
Okay, read me live. Please, now. Hey, I'm hoping that
your boss should appreciate you, because you are into, you see, as he said, the millennium, you are into you wish everybody can be what they have to be with the open mind.
Right.
Otherwise, you can't do what you're doing. You have to have an open mind to do what you're doing with your personality. Don't be sensitive about things because that's how life is.
Right.
But by all means, they're going to talk about it regardless.
Right.
So just do what you're doing. I'm not going to say too much in the air.
Basically, Chateau is saying, I should keep doing what I'm doing and not be sensitive. I take that. The rest of it, we'll take it after the show.
After the show.
Brilliant. We have another caller on the line. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Rebecca from Chicago.
Hey, Rebecca, please go ahead with your contribution or your question, please.
Congratulations to all of you. You are doing a great job. Alinko, I'm so proud of you. And whatever you guys are doing, you are doing a wonderful job. God bless you. And I'm most grateful for the program. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You.
The guests here appreciate your call. We would continue the show after this short break. Before we do that, I just want to remind all listeners that the Progressive Mind Show shows are on YouTube now. We thank God that at the moment we have started our YouTube channel. So all our previous shows and the current ones, if you're not able to watch them live on Facebook or listen, if you missed them for any reason, you can always go to our channel, which is Progressive Minds channel, and watch these shows. And please put your comments there. Send us your recommendations to info.progressiveminds@gmail.com as to what we can do better and some of the things that we can add to what we're already doing here in the aim of improving our community. Stay tuned to WGHC 98.3 FM. This is your host, Alinko. We shall be right back.
WGHC 98.3 Edwin second annual fundraising and Black Tie Gala airs be shisha super we was our friend 9th of the legend. Ebusuya for enipa titru ekukudam watonsa afre won a obeba sa dwumede ase Dr. Pakwesi Indom ya wo group Indom, Dorothy Brown ofri Cook County Clerk, Dr. Margaret King, Chicago State University, Jesse White, Secretary of State, James Kappelman for the Sid World Out, Dr. Melida A. Harris Barrow, Joseph Arinoga Jr., Junior Olympic Champion. Jumedie Bekosi November 19, 2017, 6 p.m. Ekosi 11 p.m. Stan Mansion, 2408 North Kersey Boulevard, Chicago, Illinois. Nenya no kwa na jona wobso obeye di na papa Bar Live Music Entertainment and the Jumedie esi wonaso na mafo nso na beji Jumedie ho chiame red carpet enso ebeye Cosby Michaels fundraising chiame ebeye Mrs. Jennifer Nati na nipa wobedi chiame asaye fundraising no Papa no Nana Ama Mac Brown. Webo nyom DJ Andrews, DJ Kishi, DJ Odikro Nyansa Point National Band. Nipa wobe meduani PK's Catering. No besi ho sankofa. Na wasi donation tickets no enye. General admission $90, couple admission $150, table of 8 $600. Complimentary drinks and so eka table of 10 $750 and also complimentary drinks na be eka ho. Na was say sika obejiji nyina efa ebeko WGAC won social and health development project no eho. Na was say ejumedie ebesa bonchen nipa titru ebeba obeda wonedi na wabo won abaso enso aka ho. Wo ticket ibi ato a obeko Eventbrite wo WGAC 98.3 FM physical tickets and so die. And the Obeba WGAC and studios ha 4554 North Broadway Suite number 330B. Wo pe in Sembusansua and also the Beko 98.3 FM WGAC at gmail.com and our fre 773-829-1032 and our 612-965-9921. Jumedie nyumed kwa aboye chidom Africa Global Chamber of Commerce, Martins International, Rainbow Push Coalition, Mr. Candy Ghana, Bedu Tax Service LLC, and the Ghana National Council.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the year again. Your favorite station, WGHC 98.3 FM, presents the second annual fundraising and Black Tie Gala, dubbed Night of the Legends. Night of the Legends. Featuring special guests and honorees, Dr. Pakwesi Indom of Group Indom, Dorothy Brown, Cook County Clerk, Dr. Margaret King, Chicago State University, Jesse White, Secretary of State, James Kappelman, 46th Ward Alderman, Dr. Melida Harris, Service, and Joseph Awinoga Jr., Junior Olympic champion. This year's Black Tie Gala is coming on Sunday, November 19, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the beautiful Stan Mansion, 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard, Chicago. It's at the corner of Kedzie and Fullerton. Come and experience great live music and entertainment with good food. Oh yeah. It's going to be hosted by Chicago's favorites, Nana Mafo. Red carpet hosted by Cosby Michaels. Fundraising hosted by Mrs. Jennifer Nate. And guest MC and fundraiser, the beautiful, talented Ghanaian actress, Nanama McBrown. Great music is brought to you by Chicago's finest, DJ Andreas, DJ Kishi, DJ Odikro, and the Nyansapor International Band. And of course, good food by PK's Catering. And decorations by Sankofa. Tickets are going for $90 for single, $150 for couple, a table of 8, $600 with complimentary drinks, a table of 10, $750 with complimentary drinks. A portion of the proceeds will go towards WGHC's social and health development projects. Recognition will be given to great personalities and activists in our community. Prizes and merchandise will be awarded to individuals. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Search for WGHC 98.3 FM. You can also get physical tickets at WGHC Studios at 4554 North Broadway, Suite number 330B. For more information, you can call these numbers: 773-829-1032 or 612-965-9921 or 773-759-4501. You can also email 98.3 FM WGHC at gmail.com.
This year's Night of the Legend, sponsored and supported by Africa Global Chamber of Commerce, Martins International, Rainbow Push Coalition, Mr. Candy Ghana, Bedu Tax Service, Group Indum, and ISF Bank.
Remember, don't forget, it's Sunday, November 19 from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Stan Mansion, 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard. Come and let's support this vision together.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Progressive Minds right here at WGHC 98.3 FM. Your voice, your music, your station. This is the only African radio station in the Midwest, and we are glad that it has come in our time, and we can only use it as a blessing for our community. We've been talking to these wonderful people, these entrepreneurs in our community: Chateau, Jeff Bedu of Bedu Tax Services, and Daniel Mitchell, the average black girl. I have to take my time in saying that because I don't want to air, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But all too soon, the 2 hours has been exhausted. And I'm hoping that we can do this again. I know the stories have not been exhausted, but we'll continue it. Now, I'll give you a few minutes. 2 things in a nutshell, okay? What would you tell somebody who has aspirations or who is not even thinking to venture into their own business? How would you encourage somebody to take a leap of faith, to take that risk? It's risky, like you said. What would you want to tell them? And also, how can people locate you, and what can you provide for people?
Yeah, I would say, with the whole starting a business, entrepreneurship, always start with a plan. I have a 4-phase to doing anything. Start with a plan, lay out a game plan. And know what you want. Like, why do you want to start the business? What's the purpose? You have to live with a purpose. If you start a business just to make money, you're not going to be too successful. So do it for a purpose. For me, I'm doing it because I love helping people. And I feel people are getting robbed pretty much of their money. So I want to help them keep it back in their pockets. It's a passion of mine. So that's one big reason why I wake up every single day. So have that reason why you wake up every single day. So once you have that plan or that purpose, then you basically start laying the game plan, or start laying how you're going to achieve that plan. And then ultimately you execute it.
Okay.
So you have your mission, or you have your purpose. Always set goals as well. Definitely forgot to say that. Set the goal, set the plan, execute the plan.
And don't be scared to seek for help.
Exactly. Always. I have at least 10 mentors that I look up to. Okay. Some are in personal finance, some are accountants, and just go after it. With most entrepreneurs, we don't have much to lose.
Why would you encourage someone to move from the norm of the 9 to 5 to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I mean, I would say there's a lot more freedom on this side of town.
Just freedom?
A lot of freedom. A lot more potential, because when you're locked down to a 9 to 5, you're pretty much tied up, and your potential is limited.
Yes.
So not only income potential, but just growth potential and different things.
Natural
Exactly.
talent, your gifts.
Exactly. Because certain companies, they only restrict you to do certain things.
Right.
And so from that perspective, as an entrepreneur, you're a creator. You're like a point guard on a team or a quarterback. So you guide the team, you guide everything, you run a show. And that way, Tom Brady, he can throw a pass as far as he wants.
Mm-hmm.
But his receivers, they rely on him to throw the ball.
Okay.
So I would say the receivers on that side would be the ones that are quote unquote working, or they're not the one that's creating.
Right.
They're the ones that are catching, and they're limited to how, pretty much how far the guy can throw the ball for them to catch it.
Right.
So as an entrepreneur, you're the quarterback, you're the leader, and you're the creator. Now, as far as how to get to me and, pretty much things that I add. So for one, you can always go to my website, www.badutaxservices.com. And pretty much on that page, you have a way to schedule an appointment. Most people, they just choose the first 30-minute free consultation. Anytime you talk with me for the first 30 minutes is free. And then pretty much the other sessions, if you decide to move forward, there's different rates and plans and things like that. So I would say the best course of action, check out the website, look at the different services. If you have any questions, if you're a little hesitant about scheduling an appointment, you can always call me. You can email me and maybe get some sort of, very brief analysis. I'm always live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Search my name, Jeff Badu. Also, JEFFBADU.com is my personal website where I post articles, videos, a bunch of different things. And ultimately, I really love helping my clients.
And then you can also tune in every Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
From 7:15 to 7:45. You'll be here
Every
giving
Thursday.
free financial
Free advice, free knowledge, free advice, whatever you want to call it. I'll be here helping out people because I love doing it.
Brilliant. Danielle.
Yes, so my name is Danielle Mitchell, and I create more Black millionaires. With that being said, my goal is to help people with strategy and to make their idea come into reality. So if you're just starting out, I would give a couple of advice. The first advice is to get this book called How to Write Copy That Sells. It's by Ray Edwards, and it helps you to sell without sounding too salesy and to help with your copy. The second thing is to start now. If I was in college, I would have had a Facebook fan page. I would have just figured it out. But the likes at college and the camaraderie is nowhere else in the world but on college campus. So I would have just got a whole bunch of likes and figured it out later. So for people that are just starting, I would say start a blog. You can always change it into a business later, but those followers will thank you for it. And then lastly, have an Excel document where you have your numbers. And then every 2 weeks, you should be increasing. If you're not increasing, then it's not working, and you need to change your strategy. Now, you can reach me at averageblackgirl.org. There you can book a strategy session. You can look at some of my videos, and you can look at my downloadables that some are free. Like I have a social media checklist that is free right now. And then I have them going up from $5 up until, whatever your session can be. I do group sessions for $500, things like that. Then I have my YouTube channel, Average Black Girl, where you can get a whole bunch of free content. And then you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Average Black Girl, Twitter at AVG Black Girl. And you can find me personally on Facebook at Danielle Mitchell.
All right. Chateau, somebody asked where they can get your product.
Is she still on the line? Okay.
Oh,
Somebody's on
do
the
you have a
line.
call on the line? Oh, I'm sorry. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Cheryl Rogers. I'm calling from Chicago, Illinois, downtown Chicago.
Yes, ma'am. You were the last caller for tonight.
Oh, well, I hope we save the best for last. I just had to call and speak on how amazing Chateau is as a person, as well as how accomplished she is and talented in all endeavors of anything that she does. Her products are simply the best that I've ever come across. I've been knowing her for a number of years, first through getting my hair done through her, and which I still do. And I've sent countless people to her, but just the way she's studied abroad, she puts all of her energy into making sure that she gets the best of all products, ingredients for her products. I sincerely remember when they first started selling shea butter down on Oak Street, and she couldn't believe it because some of the top well-known salons and companies had this very liquidy stuff, and they were selling it for huge amounts of money, and she just was appalled. She said, "That's not even real shea butter." She said, "I grow shea butter in my country at home in Ghana." She has shea butter trees and exports them back. And as we all know, shea butter is actually a very firm, consistency. So she just couldn't believe. She wanted people to experience what the authenticity of real shea butter is. And so she started, producing it and putting it in her products. But alongside from that, it was just that always wanting to give the real, the genuine, no fake products, no fake ingredients, just real, genuine, natural ingredients. And so you have to respect that, because certainly she could have jumped on the bandwagon with everyone else and sold at a tremendous price some liquidy stuff with some perfumey smells in it and said, "Oh, yes, this because I'm on Oak Street, this is what I sell and this is the best." But she made sure that everyone knew the difference. Surely through time, after, people got used to shea butter and we went to African festivals and so forth and we saw what real shea butter looked like, people felt duped. And now everyone knows what it really is. But it just speaks to her authenticity. And I just wanted to call in and say that she takes that same attitude in everything that she applies herself to. She wants people to get the best. She thinks about it. We discuss stuff all the time. And she goes countless sleepless nights making sure that she's bringing the best in her products because her name's behind it. And she's just a giving person as well. If you ever have known her, you know that Chateau is a very giving person, very caring person. I used to laugh and tell her all the time, "Girl, last time you were here, you were definitely an angel." Because some of the things she does for people, it really goes out of the way. But she was put here for a reason, and I just wanted to speak on what a great person she is, how talented she is, and how everyone that comes across her seems to have that same feeling of being in the presence of somebody who's just been blessed. And so I don't know if, where she'll be going in next, because Chateau has always got her eye on and arm on the pulse of whatever's going on. But you will hear her name. Trust me, she's going far in life, because you can't treat people that well and produce such good products and not make it. And she works extremely hard. So,
Thank you so much, Cheryl. And like you said, you definitely save the best for the last. And we are grateful for contribution to the show. And I know that somebody has been encouraged by what you just said. Chateau has obviously been tremendously encouraged. And if this may come as a surprise, but her products, it's not a surprise already. You already said it. It's in Whole Foods. And Bob Marley's son, actually, Rohan Marley, uses your product. I spoke to his personal his manager, and he confirmed it. He gave me more testimony than you mentioned to me. He was like, man, he told me the whole story about how Rohan Marley's partners wanted the product and how they wanted more of it. They would not use any other product. There's nothing that would touch their hair. Apart from that, especially Rohan Marley. He will always insist on your product. That's amazing. How far your product has gone.
I can sit here as a witness. I see people come in her shop countless times, and they always are like, "I've got to have that. I've got to have this stuff. I need that again." And I mean, they're coming from all different parts of the city, and they're coming to try and make sure that they get what she has in before it runs out. And I'm going, "Girl, you need help. You need more people working for you."
All right. All right, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, you got us at the 11th hour, and so we would have continued the conversation, but we have
But
to.
you're taking the high road, so we talk to you.
That's my motto.
So much, Cheryl.
Well,
Wonderful
blessings
contribution.
to you, and blessings to you, Sister Chateau. You
Right.
know I love you,
And that would be it
Brother
for
Lincoln.
tonight's
What you're doing is
conversation. But
amazing.
literally, let's talk about our event for 10 seconds, okay? Have you all heard of the 19th, the fundraiser on the 19th? Danielle, you too? You'll be there. Okay. What do you think about? What do you make of this 19th fundraiser that WGAC is embarking on?
Well, from what I hear,
Mm.
it's going to be great.
Mm.
The bank, the president of the bank is going to be there. The
Dr.
ISF.
Indu.
Yeah, he's going to be there.
Yeah.
He said that there's going to be a singer and an actress.
Oh, the Nana McBrown,
Mhm.
and also Jesse White Tumblers.
Jesse White's going to be there. Yeah.
Actually, his group are going to be performing.
Performing?
Jesse White
Okay,
Tumblers, they're going to be
cool.
performing. Yeah, so you don't want to miss that.
What else? Who else is going to be there?
Well, you are going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
So I think apart from the personalities, it's about the cause, right? The goal, what we
Mhm.
want to use this radio station for.
Mhm.
It has come for us. We have to invest in it.
Mhm.
Before somebody who does not necessarily belong to our company, since you belong to the black, you are all about black power.
You're not, though.
Right.
But
So,
you are.
well, I'm a universal person, just like Chateau.
You're trying to
said.
be politically correct.
We're international.
It's okay.
We're international.
Exactly. Just put it right. We are international.
Black people are international.
We are international.
We're international.
Yes, I'm international, and I'm black.
I'm a global business person.
You're a global business person. All right. Chateau, are you excited about Sunday?
Oh, very much.
Yes.
Very much.
We're going to be meeting a whole bunch of people. It's a time to network.
What kind of food is going to be there? Who's
Oh,
catering?
Jollof is going to be there. PK Catering is going to be
Okay.
presenting. Yeah.
Okay.
PK Catering is responsible for is going to
coming
take
with
care
an
of the
empty
food.
stomach then.
And there's going to be Bofrot and Kelewele.
Hey, Jesus.
Yes. So wonderful DJs. Nana Mafu is going to be the MC, one of the MCs. Cosby Michael. And then again, like you said, Nanama McBrown all the way from Ghana is coming. So it's going to be an awesome event. We just want to thank all listeners. I mean, those who called, from Olivia to Cheryl to Tony. If I forgot your name, please forgive me. According Chateau says you can get her product on chateau.com.
CHATTO.com. Or Whole Foods, any of the Whole Foods, South Loop, Southside, High Park,
If you go to any Whole Foods and look for Chateau's products for your hair and your skin, you'll find one. You can also
the Walmart has the skincare.
Okay, Walmart has a skincare, and then
Whole Foods has the hair care.
Okay, Whole Foods has hair, Walmart has skin. If you want both, you go to chateau.com. You can get
Amazon.
or Amazon. You can get all of it. All right. And if you want to meet Chateau,
That's a global business person.
all right, the conversation has been wonderful. Keep it going in your home. Keep sharing the feed so your friends and our friends can benefit from tonight's conversation. You can also go on our website. Check out our YouTube channel, Progressive Minds YouTube channel, where this one and previous shows can be found if you are not able to listen, or if you want someone to benefit from this conversation. Gio has been the producer for this evening. Always a wonderful, great guy. He does an awesome job. We thank you so much. Thank you, listeners, for sticking out with us. The Progressive Minds has changed from 7 to 9. If you're not aware, please keep that in mind. So next week, we'll be coming your way. We'll be talking to the commissioner for Chicago Housing. And so please do not miss that session. It was going to be very educative and wonderful. Once again, thank you. It's been Alinko coming your way with the Progressive Mind Show at WGHC 98.3 FM. Your voice, your music, your station. We shall see you next week, Tuesday. But Sunday night, do not miss it. The Black Tie event is coming on live wicked. Come with your best clothes. Come with your best swag and attitude. Come and mingle. Come and network. Come and support a great cause. Come with your money, because that's what we need. All right? And support a great cause. You're going to be enjoying good food, good live music, good DJing, good people, good hospitality. It's all good goodies in one package. The address is 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard. 2408 North Kedzie Boulevard. All right? Jesse White is going to be there. Dorothy Brown, Dr. King, Dr. Indum, the alderman for Uptown area, James Kappelman, are all going to be there. It's going to be an awesome evening. Thank you. God bless you. Remember, to whom much is given, much is required. See you next week.